from Rixie. This is the Daily Rec. I'm Steve Skeels, host of Rixie's new video game news podcast, Debuff. My album recommendation today is Mothership by Dance Gavin Dance. I've been listening to Dance Gavin Dance since about 2005 or so, but when this album was coming out, I'd been really focused on my college courses, so I wasn't following the release, and I first saw it when the album actually came out. So, as one of my favorite bands, I started listening to it right away, and it's pretty much become my favorite album of all time. Their style is often listed as post-hardcore or experimental rock, but I don't know that they exactly fit in that description when compared to others in the genre, so even if you don't typically like that style, I think it's still worth checking out. Every song on this album slaps, and no two songs are the same. One of my favorite parts is the two vocalists and how they really complement each other, with John Mess's Fry screaming and Tillian Pearson's ridiculously high vocals. I don't know of another band that really matches their vocal style specifically. But I will also say the actual instrumental part is fantastic as well. It's not always the first thing I go for. I definitely listen to singers a lot, but I've never played an instrument, so excuse my layman terms here, but I think that the band has a really good blend of heavy sections and some funky parts that go really well with these two vocalists. It really complements them as well. I just don't think these guys make bad music, and like I said, every song on this album is really unique, and it's my favorite they've made. There are some tracks that lean a bit more into a pop-punk style, while the others have more of a heavy post-hardcore, hardcore-sounding style to them as well, with fast drum beats and heavy guitars over stretches of screaming. Kind of mentioned this already, but I don't really think there's another album out there that is that comparable. Even within Dance Gavin Dance's own discography, I don't really think any of their other albums are quite of the quality of Mothership. I like them all, but they, like a lot of bands, change up their style every time, and this one just happened to be my favorite, and I think the favorites of a lot of their fans too. A few of my favorite songs to check out on the album are Chucky vs. the Giant Tortoise, Inspire the Liars, and Betrayed by the Game. But I recommend listening to the album from start to finish if you can. I would recommend Mothership to fans of post-hardcore music, of course, but also anyone who likes unique singers and artists that aren't stuck inside the bounds of what's typical for the genre. They do a little bit of different things that I like, so I think it's worth checking out. Mothership released in October 2016, and you can find a link to the album in the show notes. This has been your Daily Rec. I'll see you on Friday.